Talk of Wilkes University tennis, the men and the women. Chris Light with us one more time. Chris, we've been doing this a while, and I know you, and I know that you're going to do your best, and you know your team, and they're doing their best, and you guys are just doing a fabulous job. What a credit again to both the women and the men here in the fall. The women really had a pretty darn good weekend.
Yeah, thanks, John. We just got done with our big women's MAC individual tournament, which we actually get to host. We have all 15 schools from the MAC come, and it's a big conference individual tournament. 7 singles, 4 doubles flight. So we play over 100 matches on Saturday, and our women just did so well. We had a lot of new players in the lineup, but we ended up winning 10 out of the 11 championships. So it was an amazing weekend for the women's team.
Let's talk about the talent level that you have and some women that you brought in this season.
Yeah, we lost a lot actually. Last year was probably the largest senior class I'd ever had come through that graduated. So, we do have a couple really strong returners. Jordan Vassar-Covey, Francesca Varela-Seri, and Dana Saliev, the top 3, very, very strong. All won championships this past weekend. Very strong last year. And then we have some new players coming in the lineup. Laura Zielinski, Aaron Velutza, Brittany Stanton, and a couple freshmen that are going to battle there too, Dagny and Sarah. So a lot of new players down there, but very experienced players, players that have been in our system, and also a few new players coming in that kind of have learned from the upper class players how we do things.
Talk about just trying to get better every year, even though you're winning championships every year. These people aiming for you, they're not taking it easy. Everybody's aiming for the top dog. You're the top dog.
Yeah, so we always talk about that. Everyone's kind of out to get us, but we take pride in that. And we try to talk about every year being new and fresh, and we're proud of our past, but we try to focus on this year. Try to focus on the players that we have now. We've learned from the past. We're very experienced, but still try to win now and focus on the now.
How tough is it being successful as you have been in the MAC? I mean, it's just really good competition, but you seem to keep doing it. Whatever the formula is, it's still working.
Yeah, I mean, the competition I think has gotten stronger and deeper. We've tried to go out and play more teams ranked regionally and teams ranked nationally. So, if we are fortunate enough to win the conference, we're able to go to the NCAA national tournament. We're kind of more ready for that competition. So, but the MAC's been trying to catch up to us, and we're trying to get better regionally and nationally. So, it's been kind of a neat cycle to be involved in.
Let's talk about the men. Getting ready to go, hosting again this coming weekend.
Yeah, the men will finish up this weekend. They get to host the conference individual tournament. Again, 15 teams coming, so it should be another large and fun event. Our men's team's looking very strong. We have the largest roster in team history. A lot of really strong players returning, and a ton of new faces that we have on the team.
Talk about what that roster's at right now, and trying to keep everybody going with it.
Yeah, we have the roster of maybe a soccer or baseball team. We're at 21 men, which for tennis is very high. But I don't know, everyone's really hardworking. The team's been coming together, on and off the court. So, the logistics are tricky, but I enjoy having a lot of depth and having a lot of competition on the team. So I'm happy with that.
Well, Chris, continued success. We appreciate your time, and best of luck this coming weekend.
Thanks for having us, John. Always love being here.
Francesca Varela-Seri joining us from the Wilkes University women's tennis team. And Francesca, let's talk a little bit about your tennis game. What's good about it?
What's good about my tennis game? Well, we could start off with my serve. I think my serve is one of my strongest points. Practice it a lot with my dad when he taught me when I was young and up until now. And definitely with coach and stuff on the court. That's about it.
Your dad's no scrub tennis player. He's like a tennis pro. Talk about your dad and everything he taught you.
I think he taught me mostly everything. We started when I was about 6 years old. He wanted to. Well, actually, when I was first born, he took a picture of me holding a racket, and he was like, "You're gonna play for the rest of your life." No, but he taught me everything. He taught me one of the things that I appreciate that he taught me was my topspin. My topspin definitely helps. Sometimes I got yelled at by coach by using too much. It's just like, hit the ball. But I think it's one of nice tactics that I have. So yeah.
Sure, Coach Light probably feels like he's being coached with your dad watching the matches. Talk about differences of opinion and just making sure you're being you out there and doing your best.
No, my dad, he he actually coaches during the weekends and stuff like that, so it's hard for him to come out a little bit. But no, I definitely take on coach's advice a lot more, just because sometimes I need a different perspective and stuff. So I like to take both my dad and his perspective into my game. So.
How about having some fun with the ladies there at Wilkes and the guys? I mean, it's a big team and 21 guys. But talk about having some bonding and doing some fun stuff as a group.
Yeah, definitely. One of the things that I absolutely love is the fact that we all get together really, really well. We usually try to get together once or twice in the beginning, and then like throughout the semester and stuff like that. We're actually planning on doing something next weekend with Halloween coming up. So last year I think we went hiking together. I'm trying to think what else we did. When we have spring break, that really brings us together big time because we're spending so much time together, and it's definitely a lot of fun. I'm glad that I can be on the team with them.
Overall, let's talk about your experience in your major at Wilkes University. What are you studying, and how much fun are you having in that? Because there's a lot of work that goes into it.
Yeah, definitely. I'm majoring in neuroscience and psychology. In the beginning, I actually came undeclared. I wasn't too sure what I wanted to do. But I actually want to go into physical therapy and help out athletes and stuff like that. But neuroscience and psychology kind of overlap with the courses that I need to take for graduate school for PT. So I find it very interesting because it's a mixture of biology and psych for the neuro part of it, which I find incredible to learn about that stuff. So it's hard, but it's doable. It's manageable.
How about some of the competitors on your team and seeing just what Wilkes has done as a program in both women and men, and it seems like it just keeps rolling, huh?
Yeah, no, definitely. One of the great things that when I came here to Wilkes, I saw that there was every single one on the team was a great competitor, and it's not like we have a big difference in our games and stuff like that, which is really, really nice because you can get to play with everyone. One of my doubles partner last year, Dana Salia, when we came in together as freshmen, and when I saw her play, I was like, oh man. And then I saw Laura Zielinski, my partner now, for doubles, and I was like, oh man. so definitely a very good competition, fun to play with.
How about the connection with Coach Light, and he seems to have such a good bond with his players, and they know when he's serious, they know when to have fun, but they know when to work hard, and all these players are working hard in the classroom and on the court.
Yeah, he definitely knows how to I don't know how he does it with some of the people on the team. He's just absolutely incredible. He knows how to make us laugh, and he knows how to push us hard when we need to work hard and stuff like that. He knows how to balance everything really well. So really glad that I chose Wilkes because we really have a great coach.
Francesca, great to hear your story, and the best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Brittany Stanton joining us from the Wilkes University tennis team, and Brittany, let's talk a little bit about going through the program at Wilkes. What's the experience been like for you?
It's been amazing. This is my 4th year. I love Coach Light. It's been amazing. He's the reason I came to Wilkes because I'm a local girl from Crestwood, so it's been amazing these 4 years so far.
He gets out there. He goes to New York or Virginia or Maryland. He's all over the East Coast, but hey, he found a local tennis player, and there's always a couple locals that play. And what's it been like for you to kind of check out some diverse backgrounds of student athletes at Wilkes and get to know them a little bit, and probably learn a little bit more about yourself too?
It's been amazing meeting people from different states. I have a best friend on the team, Nicole. She's going to be a senior next year, and we're best friends. It was great meeting her and everybody. Also from the guys' side, like meeting everybody out of state. One of my best friends from the guys' team is Brad Chow. He's from New York. So it's been great to meet everyone. We've had great experiences together.
How about getting to know the game of tennis with Coach Light? Talk about his approach to the game, and we talked a little bit with Francesca about how he kind of handles the serious part and the other part, of being, funny when he has to as well.
He does a great job. If you need individual time with him or assistant coach Eunice, they'll make time for you, like if you want to work on something specific. So it's a lot of fun. We have like challenges and matches, like we play against each other. So it's a lot of fun during practice.
How about your game overall? Talk about some of the strengths that you have in your game and just trying to get better every year.
Some of the strengths of my game, I'm a lefty. There's not too many lefties, so my serve kicks out wide, so that's one of my biggest weapons, and my forehand cross court. It took me a while to get my serve down, but pretty much that's my game.
How about your major at Wilkes? Talk about that.
I'm a middle level education major for social studies, so I'll be certified to teach 4th through 8th grade. I'm going to try and get a job at Crestwood, hopefully stay in Mountaintop near my parents.
And what is it about trying to stay local? Family obviously is important, but what are some other positives you like about northeastern Pennsylvania?
Well, a lot of my family's here, so basically family. I live in Mountaintop, PA, so it's like a cute little town. Everyone knows each other, so I like that aspect. So I want to try and stay in Mountaintop or close by. I basically like the small town aspect. I chose Wilkes because Coach found me, and I liked how small the campus was. So I'm like, okay, it's kind of like Mountaintop. It's kind of small, and I'm with everybody, so it was nice.
You got one more year as far as schooling. Your eligibility with tennis will be over, but you want to stick around and kind of help out the program a little bit?
I do. Coach asked me to help assist next year and be a volunteer my time, so I can't wait to do so. It's going to be fun. The girls want me to come back and help out, and plus it'll look good on my resume when I do start looking for a job.
Well, it sounds like a real nice plan that you have. Stay local, try to get a job in the education field, and maybe some coaching as well. We appreciate you coming out tonight to Arcaro and Genell. Thank you.
Thank you.
Gabriel Funes joining us from the Wilkes University tennis team here on the John Mendola Show at Arcaro and Genell's Takeaway Kitchen. And Gabriel, this is your final year competing. You'll be back for another year academically. So I'm sure you're like, well, this tennis thing's over. But how much fun have you had with this program here?
These past 3 years and now 4th year have honestly been an amazing experience. A lot of the friendship that I made with kids on the team will be lasting friendships. Definitely say playing tennis for Wilkes was definitely one of the best decisions I made.
How about your game itself? Talk about that evolving over your college career.
I think having a team with so many amazing competitors really helps push you to become a better player. I would say for my freshman year now, my game has grown tremendously.
How about the fun you have with your teammates, both the women and the guys? It's a close-knit group overall. It's a big group.
Yeah. I must say one thing that I like most about tennis here at Wilkes is how close the men's and women's team are. It's a lot like a family off the court. On the court, we're very fun and very competitive. We work hard, but off the court too. We like to enjoy each other's time, and we have a good time with each other.
Let's talk about that major of yours and what you're studying and what you enjoy about it.
I'm a nursing major, and I must say I really enjoy myself. I'm really excited to graduate and become an RN.
How about the rigor of it all, getting those classes in, making sure you're doing all those things that you're supposed to do, and you still got a whole other year, as we said, but talk about what's that like to kind of manage your time?
It's definitely it's a struggle at times, managing going from practice and having classes and all the work that comes with being a nursing major. But honestly, I think it's been a positive experience. I think it pushed me to work with time management and being responsible.
Coach Light seems to have a great connection with his players. For you personally,
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about meeting him as being recruited, and then kind of go from there, getting yourself on campus.
I must say, Coach really cares about each and every player on the roster. He takes time out of his day to see how you're doing. He truly cares about each and every one of us, and he just wants us to do well, not only while at Wilkes, but once we graduate and move on to our future endeavors.
As far as the tradition at Wilkes with winning, it's been outstanding. This coming weekend, you guys will have another opportunity. What are you looking forward to this weekend and hosting again?
Right. I must say I look forward to the most just spending time with all my teammates for my final year here. I'm really excited just to be able to play and encourage my team and cheer my team on, hopefully to some success this weekend.
Family, talk about the support you get there.
My parents, although they don't know much about tennis, they support me, and tennis isn't a cheap sport, so definitely a lot of thanks to them. they're excited to come up and watch me play this weekend.
Let's talk about your hometown and what you bring from that hometown to northeastern Pennsylvania.
I'm from Allentown, Pennsylvania. I went to Allentown Central Catholic High School. It's definitely very different from up here in northeastern PA. Definitely much more of a city feel as opposed to here. It's a little bit more country compared to where I'm from. But I like how Wilkes is a little bit more settled and laid back.
All right, Gabriel, we appreciate your time. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Andrew Nyuk joining us from the Wilkes University tennis team. And Andrew, let's talk a little bit about your tennis play this year. Where are you at right now?
I mean, as a team right now, we're 3-0. We're standing. We got the MAC conference tournament coming up. Doing really well as a team. We got a lot of guys. The energy and the vibe is good. We're all keeping each other motivated, so we've got to prepare ourselves for that.
Talk about the transition from spring to fall and what you did over the summer to kind of elevate your game a little bit and just try to feel like, hey, I'm improving here.
Well, this summer was a little different. As a senior, I felt like I had to take a little more responsibility. So obviously some off-court conditioning. On the court, I was up in the area in Wilkes, so I was training with a couple of people up there. But just as a senior year, it's your last year, so you got to go out with a bang.
I see over there on the computer getting some schoolwork done because that's extremely important.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about just being a student and making sure you get your work done.
It's really tough, actually. I mean, I'm a business major, sports management and marketing, so I got a couple papers due by the end of the night, but that's all right. I mean, other players on the team, we're very diverse when it comes to school. Nursing, pharmacy, criminology, sociology, all that. So, I mean, it's really cool as just like an environment coming into just to have that many people to help you out.
Let's talk about some of the top guys on the team this year overall.
We very heavy up top. Jason Murphy, he had an outstanding season last year. Following him, Arcaro and John White, two solid players, very good, talented on each side of the ball. We had a freshman come in, actually, Tawheed. He was very good. He's learning, which is awesome. As a freshman, it's tough in this environment, but he's striving and he's getting better every day.
Let's talk a little bit about your family. Talk about some of the support you have.
I got to thank all my parents, obviously. They're the reasons why I'm here. They made a lot of sacrifices for me, so I got to thank them wholeheartedly. Love them to death, so I can tell you that right now, and I'll tell them that anytime. But I got to thank my parents. They're the number one reasons. They're my number one fans, so I got to give them all the support and love out there.
And as far as the hometown, where are you from?
Went to Delaware Valley High School in Milford, Pennsylvania, so I'm from the area in District 2, so it's pretty good. But I mean, I love the area. It's really nice. I get to enjoy everything, but the tennis here is good as well, so staying in the area is nice.
Coach Light, talk about his style with you. How does he approach you?
It depends on the day. Very laid back at times. I'll say it depends on his mood a little bit, but we have a really good relationship, obviously. We try and communicate really well, so we got to really focus on that. And it's not just with me, it's with the whole team. Communicates really well, and he tries his best. He's giving it his all every year. Obviously, the records show it, and the numbers show it without a doubt, in my opinion.
Yeah, championships are unbelievable.
Yep.
Andrew, thanks for coming in again. Great to see you again.
John, thank you very much.